Welcome to my wood shop. Well, this is just before moving everything in. Luckily for both of us, I can fast forward about 2 years and looks a little bit different. I'm gonna take you through that whole transformation. Most notably, I added 1/4-inch plywood and some custom oak trim to the ceilings, some 1/2-inch plywood to the walls. It's a very strangely shaped shop, so it took a lot of creativity to get all that done. I also built some dedicated pallet wood storage on one side and some plywood storage on the other side that was built the same way. There's a French cleat storage walls. Hold on. Get that out of here. I was getting there. This video is brought to you by Carolina Shoe, your next favorite pair of work boots. I'm currently wearing the brand new Cortex composite toe work. Excuse me. Don't zoom in. You're going to ruin the illusion of the green screen.
Sorry.
No, not camera Jackman. I'm talking to editing Jackman.
I'm not sorry.
Well, all right. How about you watch me fit out this barn wood shop? Or watch 2 years of my life pass in about 10 minutes. All right? All right.
So I'm loading up all the 1/2-inch sheets onto the Rockler panel cart because I'm going to rip them in half into 2-foot strips. It's a bit of an unnecessary step, but smaller panels are easy to handle and just less awkward to move around. And visually, full sheets of plywood I just don't like the look of. I don't know why, I just think the smaller panels look better. So I'm going to start by installing the top row of panels. It's kind of the backwards way to do things. Usually you try to use gravity in your favor, but this way all the sheets will be the same width, except for the one on the bottom. But at the bottom of the wall, you're never going to notice. Rafters aren't perfect 16s, so I'm marking it out first, pre-drilling all the holes, and then attaching it to the wall, the ceiling wall. Kind of like how my shop looks like a before and after photo now, but the plywood on the walls and ceilings on this side are all done, so I moved everything over to this wall. So the good news is that the rafter framing is already padded out like I did on this side. Bad news is there's 1/4-inch plywood. I'm gonna pull that off, reuse that on the ceiling, but there is a little bit of electrical running over on this side. What I did is I stole some LED shop lights that were downstairs. We'll see if anybody misses them. So now I can disconnect and get rid of these fluorescent lights. It probably won't show you that much of the process, because just imagine this side of the shop on this half. That's basically what I'm doing. So, funny story about all those pallet slats. Those actually came from DC. We brought them here when we moved from DC. We moved pallet slats with us. Yeah, I had stacks of really nice pallets saved up, and instead of dropping them back behind the building where I got them from, I thought it was a good idea to just disassemble them all here at my DC shop and then move them to the new shop 7 states away. This entailed spending a solid day taking apart these 35 pallets, loading all the slats onto a pallet, and then finding out a month later when we went to move that pallet was falling apart and we couldn't lift it in the back of my truck, getting a new pallet, and then hand loading all those slats onto the pallet in the back of the moving truck minutes before pickup time. Luckily, we had a skid steer on the other end. Anyway, a year has passed, and in that time I've painted the ceiling flat white. Painting! Alright, let's move on. This sucks. Next, I'm going to add some trim pieces to run along the seam of the corner's plywood. That'll take out all those waves that you see right now. Plus it just adds some visual contrast that I think will look cool. I'm custom milling all this trim myself out of some rough sawn oak. One coat of glossy calcium for a seal coat on the sand of 220 very quickly. And the second coat is going to be satin calcium. That'll give you a butter smooth finish with a really nice dull shine.
And that's it. 2 years in the making. Thanks for watching. Down in the description, you'll find some links to the sponsors of this video, but specifically, I'd like to call out Carolina Shoe for all of the work boots that you saw me wearing during this video. Carolina Shoe is a longtime sponsor of mine. I've been wearing the work boots since my first workshop. They're always keeping my feet comfortable and protected every day, both in and out of the shop. During the course of this video, you saw me wear a bunch of different styles of their boots. It started with the Pit Stop, then it was the S117 slip-on shoe, then the Amp style, the classic moccasin toe, both in black and in tan, and then the Cortex. And all of those are either aluminum toe or composite toe, like the Cortex. And of course, everybody's favorite, the Carolina Shoe pencil cap. Always. These will be dropping in 3 new colors soon, so keep an eye out for that. Then you have their leather care products, their loggers, socks. They have your feet covered. Literally. Anyway, I have links to all those styles of boots down below. There's also a dedicated link to a special page where if you use coupon code Jackman at checkout, you get 25% off any of those styles while supplies last. And besides all of that, I figure it's probably time for a shop tour now that this video is done. So please drop down in the comments any questions or anything specific that you'd like to see during the course of that shop tour. Next, I'm going to work on reworking the French cleat wall on that gable end. That'll be a separate video. And also the floors the floors. I'm really excited about that one. Last year I picked up a bunch of reclaimed maple basketball flooring. Kind of a lot of it. And that's gonna be the floors in here. But I guess I'll get back to work now. It's a lot of nails that need to get pulled out of that flooring. For you, buy yourself a new pair of boots. You deserve it. You. Yeah, you. You deserve it.